Welcome to The Trap, your home for everything urban, hip-hop, and pop culture. Today we got a lot of things to discuss, from Tekashi 6ix9ine, Lil Yachty, we got new albums, Lil Uzi Vert, Blueface, and even Megan Thee Stallion. But we can't forget about Drake. I'm your host, Kevin V, and we got
your boy EK.
Your boy JQ.
All right, let's get into the topic of Tekashi 6ix9ine. For you guys who haven't been following, he's been sentenced to 2 years for racketeering. He's scheduled to get out August 2nd, 2020. He's been in contact with DJ Academics, and he stated to the world that, there's a lot of A-list artists who want to work with him. So what do you guys think about, artists wanting to work with him, and who do you think want to work with him after, the snitching thing?
Man, I feel like Travis Scott, because... Don't look at me like that in that tone of voice. Reason why I said that because
that tone of voice.
That tone of voice. But look, reason why I said that because Travis Scott did some music with some other artists that you wouldn't think he would do music with, and it still became fire. And then on top of that, Tekashi 6ix9ine is going to be hot when he gets out of jail. He's very entertaining.
Okay. He's
a clout chaser. Once he gets out, he's going to find a way to get clout. And of course, since he's out, he's going to make music. So I know Travis Scott might hop in the beat with him. And also, who else I think will be Post Malone.
That was one of my guesses too. From my point of view, I think it's gonna be someone from like the Latin trap industry, either Bags Bunny or Annual AA. These are Latin trap artists. Because you gotta realize he signed with 10K for a $10 million deal. He has to produce an English and Spanish album. Okay. So exactly. So the thing is, I'm like, he has to produce these albums, and these people have large market shares like in the industry. So I'm like, that would be perfect for him to start off there. And not to mention Tekashi 6ix9ine, he basically only works in hip hop. He has no Latin trap music besides what Baby with Annual AA. So that's why I picked him too, because they worked together in the past, and not to mention that has over 1 billion views on YouTube. So
I think somebody like Nicki Minaj, who worked with him in the past, and she doesn't really care about what people say about her anyways. People are going to be like, oh, your man's in this such and such gang, and he's a snitch, da-da-da. Nicki don't care. So, and also Kanye, but my thing is, with Kanye, I don't know. There's a possibility, because Kanye have also worked with him before, but Kanye on his new Jesus tip. Well, not new Jesus tip, but he's rebuilding his life with Jesus. There you go. Thanks, JQ. He rebuilt himself with Jesus, so he might get Tekashi onto that Jesus tip as well. Might have a Jesus song with him.
I feel you on the Nicki Minaj part because, they work. But Kanye, that's a little of a far stretch.
I ain't gonna lie. He might do it with Kanye because he's entertaining. He's going to find a way to troll. He's a trolling type of person. He's going to troll his way to get the clout and get what he want to be for his music to hit. So I kind of agree he might do it with Kanye. Nicki, of course. Nicki don't care about nobody.
Yeah, Nicki don't care.
She got her fan base up.
Yeah, her fan
got the barbs.
And, the barbs, once they get behind Nick, of course, they're going to support Tekashi 6ix9ine, and he's going to get back to the limelight. But Travis Scott... I don't see that.
Listen,
Post Malone, maybe.
Hold on, Travis Scott did some music with other artists you wouldn't think of it, and it became fire. Right or wrong?
But
right or wrong?
Okay, that's true.
Okay, then rest my case. That's all I gotta say.
Nah, but the mixture between Travis Scott and Tekashi 6ix9ine, do you see their styles going together? And how many songs did
Travis Scott did with other artists that were off mixes and off type of music, and he still find the beat and still find a way to make the music happen? Like I said, right or wrong, Travis Scott goes with the flow.
He does. I'll give you that one.
And Travis Scott quiet. He might jump into the track and bounce something up.
No.
All right, cool. Don't listen to the.
I agree. With the other artists, but with Tekashi 6ix9ine, that's a little far fetched.
What about Post Malone then?
Post Malone, yeah. Because his style and Post, I feel like they can create like a hit, and that's what Tekashi 6ix9ine need at this moment. Like when he went to prison, he was at basically the peak of his career. Because every song he was putting out,
every song he was playing,
they were hitting billboards.
It was hitting different.
Because you gotta remember, Gumbo, Kuda, they were making noise. So now with that other song, even his first Spanish joint. Yeah, Fifi.
Kiki, Fifi, and all that stuff. You know, who's making the
Yeah,
alphabet.
Baby was a billion views. So I'm talking like he had clout. He had market. He had flowers.
Yes.
So right now, basically he's on hold. So when he comes out of prison, it's either his career is gonna skyrocket down, or he's gonna basically
Skyrocket down?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not gonna skyrocket down. He's very entertaining, and we all can agree on that. He's gonna find a way to talk his stuff, or he's gonna find a way to build his music up. He's not gonna fall down.
But you gotta realize,
nope.
But the way he was doing it, like how he was promoting himself, he was beefing with other artists. Who you can beef in the industry as of right now?
Nobody want to beef with him.
So
Why would they?
exactly?
Who wanna
What
make
would
money?
they get out of it?
So the way he
Who's trying
did
to make money?
but I'm saying like the way he was marketing himself earlier, he can't do it no more. So how he's gonna market himself now?
Like I said, you'll be surprised.
So
Like you said, Nicki and Kanye. I say Travis Scott, Post Malone. You say the Latin culture. So like you said, you'd be surprised. He ain't beef with everybody.
He might market himself as an artist instead of a clout chaser. That's what he might have to do. Because I feel that clout chasing is dying.
All right.
Not that many people out there trying to clout chase.
Answer my question. Is Tekashi 69 very entertaining when he open his mouth? Yes or no?
Yes, he's
yeah,
entertaining.
yeah, he's very.
So it's
to
rather
a
he's gonna
certain
do
extent.
music or maybe YouTube or some other stuff. I don't know. I'm just putting it at the top of my mind. He's very entertaining though, so he's gonna find a way to get that attention. He's an attention grabber. He wants that. He's hungry for that, so he's gonna find a way to get it.
That's the most content I done had out of you in a minute.
That and cheeseburgers.
It was something about this water. I don't know.
But they did say Tekashi 6ix9ine, he does have to stay in contact with the feds. My question is, if he was black, would he basically be getting the same privilege as he's getting right now?
Before you come with the black card, listen, he will throw his auntie under the bus. He don't give a crap who he gonna snitch regardless. In contact with the money, he's still gonna snitch regardless.
No, what
So-
I think he's trying to say is, do you think if he was black, he would got the 2 years?
No.
Why?
Cause the whole situation of the case, Trey 9 and all that stuff, and I know he's snitching. Even though I ain't trying to have y'all attack me and the other viewers. But if he was black, it would be a whole different ball game. He would be in prison right now.
Yeah, he is in prison.
He's still in prison.
No, but he'll get more. He'll get more
time.
More time.
They wouldn't-
and he would not be right now released in August. So as you can say, if he was black, it would be a whole different ball game. Even if he snitched, he'll still be in there. And then on top of that, the whole situation with Trey, even though he probably did do or didn't, or whatever the case is, he's still going to jail, even if he was black.
So in my point of view, he was the one who put those hits out on people. He was the one who say, "Hey, go after Chief Keef. Hey, go after this person." So if I snitch on everybody who did it, even though I said do it, I'm the mastermind. Don't you think I should get more than 2 years for being the mastermind, even with snitching?
But look how many people I put behind bars, though.
But look what skin color he is.
Okay, I get that, but I feel
Because there's a difference between being a mastermind and a kingpin. If you was black, you probably would have been the kingpin. And
They would get more
kingpin,
time.
they get more time for being a kingpin
okay.
compared to being the mastermind.
I mean, with the race card, I feel like that factor doesn't play like basically. It's not what's the word I'm looking for? Damn. Well, basically, it's not the factor that determines. There you go. Determines like
It's not the determining factor.
Exactly. The thing is, you gotta remember Bobby Shmurda's case with GS9. They wanted Bobby Shmurda to snitch, and they threw him a plea deal too, but he didn't take it. So it goes to show that no matter who you are, they just want basically the leader of that organization. So I'm like, if I'm in a criminal organization, allegedly, like I don't want you. I know basically Tekashi 6ix9ine, he's making millions. He has a lot more to lose. So of course I'm gonna be like, look, I understand you want to keep your millions. I understand you want to continue your rap career. I understand, you want to take care of family. So here's this deal right here. Just sign on the dotted line. You was going to stand. We'll take care of you.
If he was black and he would have got a deal, they would have probably still give him time or something different. They were not going to give him that easy time that he got now.
All right, they offered the same thing to any other artist because
negative.
So are you saying now? There's a difference too, being black or Hispanic or white, but also the limelight you live.
Exactly.
Now, if it was
a different life,
if he was just a regular guy on the street and he was calling shots, he wouldn't have got 2 years.
Yeah.
But because he's high profile and everybody
In a sense.
see him as a clown.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they know
Super
he's
snitch.
not gang banging. Really, they know he hangs around with gangbangers. So at the end of the day, we can give you less because we know you ain't really doing this. We know you probably suggested this.
He probably was
to
talking
do.
and giving ideas. He wasn't moving like that.
Exactly. He was an idea giver.
All right, I see what you guys say. So, after everything with Tekashi 6ix9ine, are you guys, looking forward to his story? Do you want to see it continue or end? Or are you guys just done with his antics?
Man, I could never get tired of him. He's like a roller coaster. He goes up and down. He's very entertaining. So I'm ready to see what happens when he comes out of jail.
What about you?
I'm done with that. I mean, 50 used to do it. Not 50 that moved on and did bigger and better things.
But 50 was funny, though.
Exactly.
50
Tekashi
King
is
Petty.
Stupid.
I mean, from my point of view, it is very interesting, to see him beef with artists like, Trippie and Chief Keef.
He's a comedian.
But the thing is, what I really want to see is...
He's a stupid comedian.
He said comedian. I had to stop myself in my own track.
Stupid
What?
comedian.
Comedian. This thing was never funny.
I don't think he knows what a comedian is.
But back to the point, like for example, YG don't want to work with him. So mainstream artists, they don't even want to he said it himself.
But see, that's the thing. A lot of these mainstream artists, they're affiliated. So I'm not gonna work with you if I'm affiliated, and then you still working for the feds. So guess what you're gonna do?
Super
YG
snitch.
had
I
a
ain't
couple OG Bloods around him. Nah, bruh.
See, but that's the thing. Trey Nines is the one who allowed him to infiltrate their structure, whatever that word is.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. But I mean, they thought they were cool. If I'm doing a crime, or if I know something you doing, and me and you cool, I ain't gonna snitch on you. Hopefully, if we, you know what I mean.
He
And
said
especially if I'm
hopefully.
doing it for
Hopefully.
you. You know, if we doing this together and we partners, and you know what I mean, I drop the dime on you, that's gonna hurt, one. And two, I mean, I'm bringing you into this life. I'm helping you get a little bit of
Buzz.
cred and buzz. Because if it wasn't for them, where would 6ix9ine be?
But
Mixtape.
Nah, he wouldn't be.
no, he was not gonna be a mixtape. He was not gonna be a
He
mixtape.
wouldn't be as popping as he was because he was allowed to walk in Chicago and walk through this place and walk through that place because he had the protection.
All right, you guys. So we're gonna be introducing the next topic, Lil Yachty featuring the baby Drake. What's you guys' first impression on it of Oprah's bank account?
I like the song. I like the beat. I like the melody. I like the hook where Lil Yachty was saying. There's some words in that I can't say, but it was fire. And then when Drake came on and he was spitting, of course Drake always does his, thing, and the baby was the baby.
Yeah, let's put it like that. What about you, JQ?
My honest opinion, I feel like Lil Yachty came from the dead because, he been quiet for the past few years. And when he dropped that, it was like a shocker to me because I haven't seen Yachty spit some fire like this since the first song from the first album he dropped, Lil Boat and stuff like that. And it's like, Yachty came back.
Before even watching the music video, before even listening to the song, I already knew it was gonna be a hit because you got the baby, you got Drake, and you also got Lil Yachty all on the same song. So you knew they're gonna produce something fire. It was gonna be a fire joint. But from my personal opinion, I had to watch it listen to it 3 or 4 times because I had to really grasp the concept. And it kind of threw me off because seeing Lil Yachty wear lipstick, him in the dress, yeah, I know everybody didn't notice that, but he was wearing lipstick.
In heels.
It was very weird at one point, but after listening to the song and really hearing the lyrics, for example, Drake was funny, especially when he had that one-on-one talk with Lil Yachty, off the beat, light skin capabilities and things in that nature. That thing was funny. But I really want to know, what do you guys think about the actual video, the content, how he Lil Yachty been watching Oprah a lot because he kind of got it down to the T.
He got it down to the cup.
So what do you guys think about that?
Man, it honestly shook me because I didn't think Yachty was gonna do that. But yet, I don't like how people's bashing him. They're saying that he's gay and stuff like that. But yet, Yachty didn't come at Young Thug when he was wearing dresses and stuff. And I feel like Lil Yachty was just doing for what his song is about.
They did come at Young Thug though.
They came at Young Thug,
But not as hard as Yachty though.
There's a big difference though. What Young Thug did was wear a dress. Yachty wore a dress, a wig, lipstick, heels. In the music video. And the music video, the music video wasn't like it was a movie that he was doing a role for. The music video was a music video. He wasn't getting paid to do that. He paid to make the music video. So that's why I feel a lot of people bashing him. Because if I'm paying to be in a dress, something wrong with that.
Like, you comfortable being in a dress? I mean, Jose, imagine you in a dress.
I don't want to imagine.
I don't want to put myself in a dress.
Oh my God.
I don't know about you.
Like, that's like you come in here in a dress. I'm like, Jose, you gotta leave, big dog.
No, I'm not.
You ain't staying in
No
here.
dress.
I don't know where you go. You ain't staying in here, big
He
dog.
ain't coming in the door.
I feel like Yachty was brave for putting on a dress and makeup and some high heels going with the flow with the music video. I felt he was brave, but I don't know. I had to question it. I had to keep looking at him multiple times.
He sold out. And I didn't sell out to the other side. Sold out to the Illuminati aspect of things.
Okay, we're going to put Illuminati to this. Okay, cool.
I mean...
Or I feel like he's just trying to build his, pride fan base, but I ain't going to get too far with that.
That could be. I mean...
And if that's the case, that's kind of a smart idea in Yachty's point of view. So
yes,
let's be realistic here.
That is big. I mean, but...
That's tough, bro. I mean, honestly, that's a tough point at.
But creativity, I did like it though. Like it is I mean, in 2020, I feel like it gets a trophy as of right now, as of 2020, because you gotta realize he went through the music video, stopped, had a full blown conversation with the artist. Like for example, Drake, he was like with the earring section when he was talking about that, and Drake, being Drake, and then he said mumble rap is like basically nursery rhymes you can't understand. I felt like that was a shot to a lot of industry main industry
even
rappers.
Himself?
Well, when have Drake have ever been a mumble rapper?
Drake, I'm talking about shot at Yachty.
Oh, okay. I'll give you with that one. Yeah, he has, but he called him Lil Yachty. So Drake was he was pointing jabs, but at the end of the day, like it was a great music video. Like
very creative.
Yeah, very creative.
Very, very
so
creative.
I'll give it the trophy. Like unless
trophy?
the
Trophy
trophy for what you call it, best video produced in this year.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Wait, so what video would you say? Life is good. I mean, nah, I wouldn't give it that because you gotta realize Lil Yachty, he kind of went overboard with the
overboard.
He overboarded. He went to the whole 9 yards.
Okay, go ahead. Wait, hold on. Let EQ go.
EQ. EK.
EK, my bad.
This is not a couple.
No.
Yeah, I be on the couch a lot, so.
No. Listen, overboard was an understatement. He sunk to the bottom of it. You got to look at it like this. Yachty dressed up in a dress. He wore lipstick. He wore a wig. That's something people normally do when they're trying to... like a Tyler Perry or a Martin Lawrence,
That is Tyler
and
Perry.
they're doing it for money. What money is he doing it in his own music video that he has to pay for? What are you getting from that? What are you actually like? I mean, yes, but you got to look at it like this too. The type of music he makes for other artists, aka city girls. That puts your sexuality in question. With you making music like you're making for the city girls, then you're dressing like you're dressing in your own video that you're not getting paid for. Your sexuality is a big
turn around
question mark. I get that part, but
and that's what a lot of people are bashing him about.
I mean,
but it's basically, but it's a question mark. But it's basically about the buzz. You know how Drake, he be leaving like little snippets, little sneak. Come on, like from Lab.
He ain't Drake.
But look how many people are talking about. Oh, Lil Yachty wearing a dress. He's on basically.
He got the buzz dressing as Oprah and acting like Oprah. So and that's very questionable.
And then at the time, Oprah is not liked right now. Remember that with the Kobe situation. people are not liking Oprah or Gail. So you
yeah,
pick
ain't
the
nobody like
time to dress up like Oprah while she's a person that people
He
don't
playing
like.
right now.
Yeah, he's
Well, he didn't pick Oprah. He picked Oprah's bank account.
he dressed like
He dressed like Oprah.
He gave away.
Gave
he
the
did
whole
he
9
watched
yards
Oprah
to it.
when
I'm not gonna
was
lie. He
younger
kind of
with his
did look like
mother.
Oprah a little bit. Just
What?
he looked like Oprah. Like if you seen the thing.
Oprah got a
Oh, my
mustache.
God.
Yeah, Oprah does.
All right.
Oprah does, bro.
Okay, cool. Somebody look like Oprah, man. You okay? You can see. You good?
Nah, I'm telling you, bro. Lil Yachty and Oprah kind of resemble. I think that's mother and son right there.
Dude.
That's it, what it's like. All right.
Oprah's bank account. Song fire.
Song was fire. The
Video.
music video was questionable.
Questionable. End of the day,
Is Lil Yachty on the other side? I don't know.
All right, so we're gonna get into our first album review. Lil Uzi, Eternal a Take. What are your guys' first thoughts on it when he dropped it?
Man, my opinion, Lil Uzi was waiting a long time to drop
What?
this nice
20
album. I felt like he was
2017 was his last
I
one?
felt like he was holding songs and he was trying to perfect them to drop it in 2020. And he dropped a lot of songs that caught my attention. I'm not a Lil Uzi fan, but now this album, it kind of grasped my attention to it. And the fact that I feel like he was holding it, perfecting it, that's what an artist should do.
Oh, so you felt like like he was making like his fans wait.
Yeah, it's making fans wait for
like he was creating
his perfection.
suspense.
That's Lil Uzi right there.
what he's saying is he held it so he can make sure he dropping bangers compared to
Other
some
artists.
Or they just
Artists.
drop just to drop.
right.
What about you?
I was feeling it. That track, Lil Main, he went in on that. Like, he said, I wasn't an Uzi fan. Only time I really heard Uzi was in Bad and Bougie. But, that's the only time I listened to Uzi.
Yeah.
Was in Bad and Bougie.
Yeah.
But after that, after I heard the first couple tracks, and then I'm like, oh, I definitely could put this in my catalog. He had some bars. And he it sounded like he worked on it and he made sure he was going to drop
Oh
some
no, he
bangers.
worked on it. He worked on it. He took him some time. Took him some years, but he worked on it. And he dropped perfection this time. Put some credit on that. Put some respect on it.
For Eternal a Take. I mean, for me, like you said, Bad and Bougie was the only song that I actually really listened to with Lil Uzi. Like that, I found that was lit. Majority of his songs, he has a weird flow that I really can't really vibe with.
That's why.
Yeah.
When I first heard him on Bad and Bougie, he looked it weird to me, and he sounded weird, but he was riding. But
Yeah.
then I was like, okay, I don't think I could listen to his music on a
Like
individual
like
basis.
him, yeah.
But I can listen to this. I can put this in my CD player, make a playlist or whatever the case may be. Yes, I said CD.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like,
I saw
CD
your-
player.
I saw your look.
I'm like,
I
damn.
got a CD player in my bathroom. I can put that in my CD player and I can vibe to this album.
Do you guys like this new Uzi? Because this is like a few years he dropped it. Do you like this new Uzi?
Yeah, we didn't really know Uzi before, so I mean, you like the new Uzi because I mean, you knew him as an artist. I just knew him in one song, and I vibe with the song, but I didn't vibe with the person.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
I mean, I'll agree with EQ. I mean, EK, my bad. Y'all gotta move away from each other. But
I'll take your seat next time.
no, you can't take the high chair. The high chair is for high chair. But with Lil Uzi, Eternal Take, the only song I really would say I'll rock with would be Baby Pluto. That's the only song that I would really say I can like basically put in my car and just jam off to. That's it. But other than that,
Why?
well, Lil, like I said, I have never been a fan with him, and that's the only song that I really rock with the beat, because that's how I like basically how I pick my songs, basically by the beat
So
itself.
you're a beat person,
Exactly.
not a lyrics.
Yeah, I'm not a lyrics person. So if the beat is right, like you can be mumbling throughout the whole. That's why a lot of mumble rappers get a lot of radio play, because the beats be fire. Like for example, let's throw out any song like Chief Keef Finito. The beat is fire. Songs are whack. Like let's be
Oh,
honest.
this man said whack. Okay, cool. Don't disrespect your Keith now. He throw some bangers. I don't like.
Okay, those are
Thotties.
see, I don't like, but you know his lyrics itself are really bad. Like, let's be honest. Like
Not really.
Macaroni Time. What else songs Chief Keef made? I don't love no
Laughing to the
thotties.
bank.
Are you
All
a
he
Chief
just
Keef fan?
all he just said was ha ha. But besides,
That was catchy though.
But the thing is, we're not here to talk about
Don't
Chief
look at
Keef.
me
We're
like
here to
that,
talk
voice,
about
bro.
we're here to talk about Lil Uzi.
This is Lil Uzi time.
Exactly.
Lil Uzi hour, not Chief Keef.
So that see,
Uzi take
me, I'm a
first.
beat person. That's how I select my songs.
Are you a beat person?
I'm a beat yeah, very much so. If it ain't blasting in the car correctly, I don't like it.
Nah, I'm a words person. Cause you gotta catch me. The beat ain't gonna do nothing for me. It's the words, what you spitting, what you saying, that resonates with me. And especially if it got you thinking. If it got you thinking, then that's a lyrical genius. Those rappers y'all talking about, the Chief Keef, you thinking what you think about laughing to the bank? Ha. No,
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's not gotten me thinking nothing.
But I mean, they did say this album's projected to produce what 300K. Do you guys think it's gonna make it?
Yeah.
This week?
300K in the first week? Yeah, I think he can.
Man, I'm put 400K.
Only reason why I say that is because, like this young man said, it's been since 2017.
Sorry for the wait.
Exactly.
So, I mean, whenever you have an artist who has a fan base and they drop something, that fan base misses them and they're going to go out there and they're going to get it. They're going to scream it. They're going to download it. They're going to do whatever they got to do to listen to that artist.
I agree, because a lot of fans, they've been screaming for Lil Uzi to make new music, to drop new songs. So since he dropped this, and it's been since 2017, so I agree. So I feel like in the first week it's gonna hit. No, it's probably gonna be like 350. It's gonna go over 300.
Man, I'm going with 400. Like I said, all the fans was waiting for him to drop it. Like 2017, 2020. They hype right now. And this Lil Uzi right here is something different. It's pressure.
How is he different?
Because before, he was just like he had a weird style. But right now, he got a better flow to it now. Since he waited,
He was flowing.
Since he waited those years, he perfected it perfectly. So the flow that he God damn it, perfected it. So he has a better flow now to it. So he waited and posted it for a good time.
Okay.
And his flow's way better than before.
Okay, I agree. All right. So do you think he's the leader of this generation? Would you call him the GOAT?
No.
It's personally, it's between him and Mr. Black and Kodak Black. If you don't know who Mr. Black is, I resonate with Kodak Black music more than I definitely would with Lil Uzi verbs.
I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, so I mean, Kodak actually have a bigger movement too than Lil Uzi. Uzi, like I say, I'm not a fan of his, so I don't know what his vibe was before. The vibe he has now, I like it, but he's not to go to this generation.
Yeah, he's
No,
not.
not for these young kids. No,
Like,
I feel like the Migos, even though they ain't... Don't look at me nuts on the voice.
the Migos.
not
Yes,
Migo, bro.
'cause
I would say
Migo-
Take Off, but not the Migo.
Take Off. You mean Quavo?
No, Take Off.
I mean,
No. Listen, the Migos all together...
Take Off is way better than Quavo.
I don't.
Hold on, I got a question,
like
for you
Offset.
guys. Every song that Migos drop, is it fire or not? Do they always stick to the beat?
What are they saying?
Man, it's not what they saying. They go any beat that they put, they go with the flow and it always becomes fire, bro.
Brain dead.
No, with the Migos, like them as a unit, like they really complement each other. I give them that, cause like they can basically be on a freestyle and they'll be making these weird snores. They'll be like skirt, wet, drip, rock.
They
Like,
know how to
and-
put music
and
together
they-
as a
they
team.
were-
That's why I said the
as a
Migos.
unit, they're very good.
Yeah, because they jab in at the right time for each thing. They remind me of, not lyrically, but they remind me of a Wu-Tang Clan. You know, each one of them have they pop in, boop, got this part. Like you say, you feel Takeoff is a better one. He probably feel Quavo is better. I like Offset. So at the end of the day, you feel Quavo got a lot more than.
He got a lot more lyrics and hype to it. He back up his lyrics.
And you feel
Take Off, yeah, he's way better.
But I mean, again, just as well as some other people say, Takeoff is the short bus rider of the group.
Oh man.
You don't think so?
I can see where you guys coming from, but like when you listen to his lyrics,
Feel attacked.
like
I'm just saying.
some points and cases I would agree on, but I feel like he's basically what helps the Migos continue on and prosper. Like, yeah, each of them individually, they can make their own music and they can be like they can prosper without each other. But when they're together, Takeoff is that basically that arm that helps them, like makes the songs grow better. Because if you take out Takeoff, because remember it was Takeoff and Quavo way before Offset came. Yeah. And they were making fire. Then when Offset came, he put his own little spin to it and he made it better.
So we gave our opinions on who we felt the GOAT of the generation is.
If I would go with Kodak, to be honest. Like I would have to definitely agree with Kodak. You know, Miami-Dade, Broward County, we gotta stand up. We gotta be together. Cause Lil Uzi.
What are you looking at me for?
Atlanta. You ever been to Atlanta?
Atlanta's a good time.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
You ever been to Atlanta?
I mean, I've been to Atlanta, but there's a lot of strange people over there.
Yes.
Very strange. Jake, you know what I'm talking about.
Nah, don't put me in this predicament.
Nah, it's
I don't know what
okay.
you're talking about. Nah,
See, that's why he like dressing up as Medea.
You got your Atlanta taste over there? But
I'm not victim
Kodak,
myself.
hands down. So it's unanimous.
Yeah, Kodak.
I understand why you said Kodak. You know, all love to the 305, 954. Cool. I'm just saying Migos because I feel like for the past years they've been dropping that fire. They put music together, and every music they put is fire. I don't care.
So
Don't look at me that 24.
what's your number one Migos track?
Oh man, if you want me to go from old to now, 2012 Fight Night, Adam Bougie.
You talking mainstream. You ain't no real Migos fan. Give me something that's not played on the radio.
Not in the radio. Boy.
All right, so we're gonna talk about our next album on the list, Blueface Baby, Find the Beat.
Album of the year. Album of the year to throw away.
Really? Oh, EK already started. Why you think it's album of the year? Go ahead, EK.
Go ahead.
I didn't say you got to listen to it.
All right, you said album of the year.
To throw away.
Throw away. So you didn't like any joints on there?
Trash with a capital T.
So the weekend wasn't good. The weekend was pretty joint.
With a capital T.
That was a mixtape. That was a pretty lit joint. The weekend.
That's
like if you're in the
mixtape.
club and you hear that bopping, you bopping your head too.
That's a mixtape, bro. I'm sorry.
His beats on the whole album was fire. But I wasn't listening for those beats. I'm listening to the whack lyrics he was spitting.
But I ain't gonna. He was on beat though. So you tell me
What?
The weekend he was on beat.
That one
I thought
song.
you said Blueface on beat. I'm about to say, hold on. You
that
tripping.
one song you talking about. Name another one.
I ain't gonna lie. What was that little Spanish joint
Listen,
he
the,
did?
the song "The Weekend"
That
that's more like a club music. Like people get lit and get
A
turned up
club
with
banger.
it.
That's
Yeah,
what he said.
that's what I said.
That's what he
It
banging
was a
in the
club.
club.
But
You ain't
all,
listening.
all the rest of the stuff, nah, bro.
That
I had to be whack.
That album shouldn't have came out. He was. I don't know what he was doing.
My
I don't know
personal-
what his team was doing. I guess they say, man, you got a lot of fire beats. You got a lot of features. Like we was talking about in the last thing, garbage artists with great features. This is one of those albums.
So you don't think like Blueface is a great artist? Like you
No,
think
one of the tracks he said, one hit wonder, huh? Yeah, you is a one hit wonder. Yes.
My personal opinion, I feel like Blueface is the type of person when he drop a mixtape or album, he is always that one song that's gonna be out of all 14 or 10, and that's where he's gonna be. Out of one song, it's just gonna be fire. The
So
rest
he's saying
trash.
it's only
So
gonna be
one
one
hit
song,
wonder
banger on it.
every-
Yes. Well, yeah.
But I feel like that was a mixtape.
What
but
song
the song,
you felt
The Weekend,
was-
because he's a club music, it get you turned, it get you lit.
Yeah, that other.
yeah, I
I
ain't,
felt insulted. I don't know what type of Spanish break he was trying to put out there, but that wasn't it.
yeah, because everybody trying to go because Spanish, the Latin trap music, that thing is huge. That's a huge market share. You get into there, you making some pretty dope change. Because look at Daddy Yankee,
Pitbull.
Mr. Internet. Like look at them. Like they're making real guala, and you're not at like little venues, club spots. You have big shows, Ultra, Rolling.
Are you listening to what he is saying?
Was saying.
that I don't care about the Latin vibe to it.
Nah,
the Latin
no,
beat.
but he
Wait,
can't get in there.
Yeah,
we gonna kick him out.
yeah, he need to get kicked out of the industry. Bust Down wasn't even good. Cardi made that what it is. I thought that was Cardi B's song.
One hit wonder. That's what it is, honestly. One hit wonder.
I mean, he's still surviving. People still rocking with his music.
Tiger better than him.
Listen.
Oh,
Yes.
Tiger's better than
Tiger
him.
is much better than Blueface. But again, listen. Come on now. The same way this album is trash, we should throw it away and go to the next topic.
All right, cool.
Next album.
All right. So our next album we're reviewing Megan Thee Stallion, Sugar. I mean, I'm surprised that there's an album after there's been a lot of controversy that says she can't put out music, but here's an album. What about you, EQ? What do you think about it?
EK, but Megan, she spit on this album, but Megan scares me because she's like a tomboy and a girly girl mixed into one. Like she could have you, she twerking, but she also talking about like she could rob a dude at the same time, and it's like, oh, she got that grit about her, that certain grit, and I vibe with that. Some of these female artists, they only can stay in one lane. She can get gutter tomboyish on you, and then she could be girly hot girl summer on you. So that versatility is what got me liking this album.
All right. What about you, JQ?
And this album, Megan Thee Stallion showing different. Like, she spent some fire bars. Like, the other albums, it'll be like one or two songs. But this one is the whole 9 yards to it. Like, she's spitting fire. Like you said, she transformed to a guy to a girl. Or a tomboy to a girl. Hot girl summer, some gangster stuff. So, like, at this point, Sugar's the best one out of all her music.
I mean, I wouldn't say the best one because I feel like Megan Thee Stallion, she has a lot to work with. Because you got to remember, her sales are, it was only 40K. As a female artist, I feel like you can produce way more. You have way more talent than you're showing off to like the public. Now, this album, I just basically feel like it's a collection of songs that, she just put together and said, here you guys go. Like, and I still think it's a money grab, but on Megan Thee Stallion's part, not like 10K Productions, whatever, or basically Rock Nation. I feel like this is her own doing. So, because all the controversies that's been going on, she can't produce music, like I said. So that's why I feel like this is just a collection of songs that she already pre-made, already had.
I feel this is just like with Wayne's situation with the Carter, even though it took longer with Wayne, but she already had the music ready. She just needed to drop it, and they wasn't letting her drop it. So what you're saying is with the Screaming situation, with the 40K, she ain't on no big mainstream label. So those numbers,
but she has Rock Nation, 300
management,
and 1501.
Management, Rock Nation.
Wow, Rock Nation
300
distribution.
Is the distribution,
and
the label is 1501.
So why she can't be successful? Rock Nation is huge.
That's managing her though. But
but you still can give me like basically advice if you're managing me. Yeah. And plus you had other artists you featured on their songs, like for example Moneybagg Yo, all that. So you have basically the artists, the features, the platform, and you also have the record label. You don't have just one, you have 3. So if you want to consider it like that. So why aren't you as big, or you're close to being as big as other mainstream rappers like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj?
The controversy, it killed her. We talked about it one episode.
But even with the controversy, there's other artists who had the same controversy and still made it big.
Artists. But
Lil Wayne, that's one.
You said artists.
There's
artists. But what you're saying is there's other people who had controversy, but this is different because people might not like how she did it and undermined Carl Crawford.
Okay.
So that's a lot. That has a lot to probably play into album sales or screams and all of that, because if you feel did somebody dirty and grimy, you're gonna be like, I mean, I vibe with her personally, music wise, but personally, I might not like her.
Okay.
So in that aspect, maybe that killed her screams, because that controversy, all controversy ain't good controversy. You got the 6ix9ine controversies make them sell albums. You got these other people controversies make them sell albums.
I mean, it's still a controversy of attention though. So
Yeah,
she's still
but,
getting attention.
but there's no
attention.
bad. But there's
She
no
got
bad
the
press
attention
though.
of it.
It was bad press because if it was good press, then her album would be selling.
But
right
I mean,
or wrong.
that's true. But she did get a little bit of limelight from it, so we can't say people were talking about it.
Yes, they were talking about it.
So I mean,
But in what light were they talking about it? In a positive light or a negative light?
but they,
Some was positive, some was negative.
in the beginning it was positive.
But yeah, as I was saying, all press ain't good press. And I feel the press that she got it sent mixed signals. So people was this way and that way, so that could have affected her album sales and screams. But again, it ain't over yet, so we still got time to see. All right, now our next topic, Drake. So for you guys who don't know, Drake has been in the news lately. Well, not lately, but as of the past few years about a controversy that happened in a nightclub in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. So he's telling the judge that he needs to postpone his court date because he's booked with events that he's doing. So he wants the judge to postpone it to 2021. Mm-hmm. And it all screams to when he was in a nightclub with his friend Odell Beckham Jr. And Khloe Kardashian's boyfriend.
No, ex.
Or ex-boyfriend. Thank you. Khloe Kardashian's ex-boyfriend who got into an altercation with the worker at the nightclub over another woman. This ended up out back and they ended up fighting, and the guy is pressing charges on Drake and Khloe Kardashian's ex-boyfriend for assault. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, my honest opinion, her ex, Eunice, and the girl he's with, Summer Rae, which nobody knows, she's an Instagram model. She went to the VIP section. She was with Odell Beckham Jr. And Odell Beckham Jr., was trying to, get her and bounce. So he felt the type of way because your Pacific other, that's for any manager. Your Pacific other.
Significant.
Or you can say significant. There you go, if you can't say that.
Okay, how y'all said it. If you're a man and your girl's talking to another dude, and especially if he's a celebrity, a big football celebrity, you will honestly feel a type of way. And of course, the negative energy will blow.
These girls ain't loyal.
But I seen a video on TMZ. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, I saw it.
So my question is this. I'm like, why is Drake getting charged with assault? Because if you look at the video, Drake didn't touch nobody.
Drake was like
Drake was in the he backed up.
Corner back.
Damn. He was like, this is not God's plan. So that's why I'm kind of confused on the assault case. Even with
I feel like Eunice basically said like Drake had something to do with it because it probably was
no. Eunice was the one who was throwing punches.
Eunice was throwing the blows.
He was throwing blows. He was hitting the worker there.
What was stated was Eunice wasn't the only guy that hit him. Mm-hmm. So it was another person that hit the guy. And this was supposedly a part of Drake's security. This is what has been allegedly said. That's why Drake is being sued and not Odell Beckham. So if I'm working for you, Drake is the company. Drake is the company. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, I'm suing the company, not the person, because I'm gonna get more money.
So they're coming at Drake because of the security.
Wait, so when did his security hit him? He hit him inside the club or outside?
Well,
because
when you're watching the video, you see the other guy pretty much sneak him outside the club while Eunice was hitting him.
Oh, okay.
You saw the other guy go. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, because it was basically a few minutes before, the camera caught Odell and it said Odell's right here. Mm-hmm. So I get that part, but I feel like Drake shouldn't be charged with it. So I get it. It's your company, security, personal liabilities, but security should be liable for their own actions too.
Yes, but who says Drake didn't say?
Hey, stick them real quick.
Yeah, exactly. They don't know that.
They don't have no proof for that, though.
There was no audio.
Yeah,
they ain't got no proof
for that.
If I work for you, regardless of the fact, you're going down because I work for you, and this is a company. That happens to multiple times. 9 times out of 10, that big corporation, that big company is going to take that bite.
I feel like Drake ain't telling him nothing. He just moved how he moved. He just stick him out of nowhere. Because I mean, Eunice was popping
But see, that's when you gotta make sure you have vetted these security guards to make sure you ain't gonna have one of those guys that's gonna pop off on somebody and you are liable for it. Because remember, that liability is on Drake because he hired him.
Okay, I get what you're coming from on that port.
Well, hopefully, Drake makes it out. Ain't nothing like he doesn't get anything
You
with
really
the.
think he's gonna get in trouble for that?
No, he's Drake.
No, he
Like,
got all the money for
at
it.
most, he probably gonna do a settlement, for 5, maybe 10,000, and call
more
it.
than that.
No,
Because the guy went to the hospital.
But that was in Drake's fault though. That was Eunice's fault. We seen it. That I'm like, look, I'm not reliable for that. But let's wrap it up. Drake's been everything. He's been putting out good contact music with Lil Yachty. You feel me? Oprah's bank account. That's a good joint. Like it. All right, that's everything about Drake. This is The Trap, where you get everything urban, hip hop, and pop culture. Like, just to remind you again, I'm your host, Kevin V.
Your boy EK.
and your boy JQ.
And we're out.